So yeah, he surprised me. He didn't tell me he was getting it. He just told me to send him a bunch of photos of me, the girls, um, and I sent him, I want to say like 50 photos,
Oh
and
my
he
goodness.
wanted even more. And so then I started getting suspicious, like, what is he up to? But yeah, he was planning a surprise for my birthday
That's so
gift.
awesome. And you told me when we talked before, you told me that you thought he was going to make some sort of weird collage or something.
Yes, I thought he was gonna make. Okay, well, because what? Can you wait, please? Okay, I'll let you know how we stuff. He pointed to a wall that we have in our house. It's completely bare. It was completely bare, and he was like, "Are you gonna put anything there? I really think it's a great wall that needs an accent." And this is like maybe a few weeks after he asked for those photos. So then I was like, "Okay, now I'm definitely suspicious."
Yeah.
And so I was scared he was gonna make a huge like collage of all of our family photos, like have it blown up into this huge wall-sized poster or something. And I was very nervous. I
That's
didn't
really
trust
funny.
him.
Okay, so tell me about when he finally showed you. Tell me about that moment.
Yes, so he had the photos like laying in the kitchen. And he was like, okay, close your eyes. And I was like, all right. So he led me through, like, from my bedroom all the way through the hallway into the kitchen. And I'm like telling myself, okay, even if you hate it, act surprised. It's like pleasantly surprised. So it's like giving myself this little self-talk. And we get to the kitchen. He has me open my eyes. And I was floored. I just never in a million years imagined like that this type of a gift. I didn't think that he would know even where to go for this type of gift or even have an idea. Anyway, I just was completely floored. I don't think I gave him enough credit. Yeah, and it was beautiful. It was just such a great mom moment to see both girls, one of Elle and one of Ryan. And it encapsulated them perfectly. It was beautiful. It was framed. And so it was really touching. And I definitely cried.
Oh, that's so nice. So he told me that this was a special place for you, that it was that you love the beach or you love the ocean, and so we went through all those photos together,
Hmm.
and I was telling him like which photos I thought worked well, and the photo that we used, that I used one photo and I just split them up. Like I
Yeah.
I moved the girls into like their own paintings.
Uh-huh.
So what did you think about that, and about like did he have the photo? Did he have the photo out for you to see
No.
which photo it was? Okay.
But I mean, I
But you
knew
knew.
exactly where we were. We were either Newport Beach or Huntington Beach. And I love seeing, well, I'm such a beach girl, grew up, practically on the beach. And that's the place I miss the most is the beach. And
Yeah.
so all the time I miss it. And so now that I have my girls, anytime I'm in California, it's the first place we go. And I love seeing them there and seeing the joy again through their eyes. And so, yeah, I knew exactly where we were. And it was just special to see, like, because, like, the younger one, she just, like, running towards the water with just extreme joy on her face.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
to see that in her face and then in the painting. And then the older one, she's like so busy playing in the sand. So yeah, it's a really special place for me. I'm glad you chose it. He chose it. It was perfect.
Yeah, he wanted it on the beach, and he sent me a lot of photos on the beach, but a lot of them were posed, and so we wanted to get them like
Yeah.
completely unposed, completely like they're natural, and I wanted to find out more about them too. So I asked him lots of questions about them. Do you feel like the paintings capture the personalities of your girls?
Yeah, it's interesting because normally the older one is very much more expressive, excitable, and she's the one usually running towards the water, in the water of some sort. But this is maybe like, I mean, Ryan had barely just turned 1 and started walking is when we had taken this photo. And, you know, like it's a whole new experience for her. She probably forgot all her baby days at the beach. So now she's walking, she feels the sand on her feet. So it's interesting because like the picture, it almost looks like their personalities are swapped. But it was also a good moment because Ryan, the younger one, is like now she's feeling sand on her feet, she's able to run. So I think it went well.
Yeah. He told me that their personalities were opposite than what the pictures were. And I thought that was really interesting because he said, well, Ryan, we don't really know her personality super well because she's just so young. It's
Mhm.
hard to tell what she's like, you know?
Yeah.
And so I thought that was just interesting. But he told me all about how Elle is such a good big sister and she's just
Yes.
a fun loving girl. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great. So what would you tell somebody who's maybe considering commissioning
You know what I
a
love
painting?
about the pieces you made for us was not only were you able to capture like the little details, but I love the softness and um like the sweetness of the painting. And
Hmm.
so we have them hung like one on top of the other on a wall in our living room, which and it's right. The wall faces the staircase coming up from the basement. So you see it the first thing when you come up from the basement. You see it the first thing as you're coming into the kitchen in the morning making breakfast.
Hmm.
Um, and I would say you do a great job. Really, I think it was special that you wanted other photos and you wanted to hear about the personalities of the girls because it shows in the photo the care you took and just the sweetness that I see in the paintings really made it more special for me.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
noticing that. It's nice to know that whatever I pour into, literally and figuratively, into the
you. Yeah,
painting, that you can sense that and you can feel that. Like, I really wanted to know who these girls were, what made them tick, what made them happy, what made them like what they enjoyed, and also what you and Chris saw in them too. So that's really important for me. So
and
that's great.
actually, like I don't know if it was maybe it was probably after I received the paintings, but I
Uh-huh.
also loved you writing about like your whole process. I sent that to my mom and then my mother-in-law, and they read about it. They loved it. So even hearing about your thought process while you're doing the paintings contributed so much more meaning to them. So I
Yeah.
really